Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for the one and only Chris Jacobs?
Aloha. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here on day 3. Anybody having a good SEMA? Gets bigger and better every year, and I'm very pleased to be joined on stage right now by one guy that you probably recognize, Mike Finnegan, and 2 guys that you will definitely be recognizing in the near future, Mike Cotton, Dave Newbern. Guys, thanks for joining me up here. They are part of Finnegan's spinoff of Roadkill called Faster with Finnegan. And Mike, let's start off talking about Roadkill. First of all, allay your fears. Mike is not leaving Roadkill.
Yeah, let's just say that 4 times, all right?
Mike's
Didn't
not
quit.
leaving Roadkill.
Still there.
But and I had Freiberger up on the panel yesterday, and we were talking about Roadkill's 100th episode. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I can't believe we got to do 2 of them, to be honest.
From a little show that you guys threw up on YouTube to where you are now, celebrating your 100th episode, and a little recap of the very first episode of Roadkill. They actually threw a dart at a map to find out where they were going to go. You guys expanded on that idea just a little bit for the 100th episode.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I was blindfolded when I threw that dart and lost most of my eyebrows when the tape came off. And I think the dart landed in Texas. We flew there, bought a car. God, where were we? Craigslist, I think, or something. We tried to get home for $1,500 basically. And in the 100th episode, we do the same thing but much bigger. We get a helicopter and a 2013 Dodge Dart. We drag that thing a quarter of a mile up into the sky and dropped it at a much bigger map. And because it's Roadkill, we missed the map entirely. The car landed in the Pacific somewhere. And of course, I wanted to go to Hawaii. That didn't quite work out. And ultimately what we do is we buy a mid-70s Dodge Dart. We figured out how long it took that dart to hit the ground from a quarter of a mile up. Then we road tripped to a drag strip in the other dart and tried to beat its time with nitrous. It was great.
And the 2013 dart, by the way, was a theft recovery, so they were not destroying a car that was operational. But the dart that was dropped from the helicopter actually had a pretty good quarter-mile time.
Yeah, it was 11:40. It was rough, man. We really didn't have much of a shot of beating it, but we tried. I mean, we pretty much kicked the rods out of that other car, so it was awesome.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the spin-off of Roadkill, Faster with Finnegan.
Yeah, so this is an idea that was born from Roadkill and actually from a lot of you guys. Over the years, you guys have been great on social media. You've told us what you want to see, what kind of cars you want to see built. And so this show is all about building stuff and finding out what works and what doesn't to make a car faster with stuff you can relate to. So the premise here is that I don't know what we're going to do. Our producers will give me a hint before the episode starts shooting, and they'll tell me something very vague, like think cones or think ground clearance. Mikey and David and I will go buy that car, and on the day of the shoot, we get a text with an address. Mikey drives me there. When we show up, we find out what kind of actual racing we're doing, who we're racing against, and what they're driving. And most of the time, we've bought the wrong car. We just get smoked. Episode 1, I had a Chevy S10 with an LS swap. Other than that, it was stock. And I showed up, and waiting for me was a brand new GT500 with professional race driver Randy Popes behind the wheel. And he destroys me on a road course by 20 seconds. And yeah. So the next part of the show is we go back to my home garage, and we get 2 days and about $5,000 to somehow make this thing faster and competitive.
And that's where Mike and Dave come in. You guys help Finnegan out with making that car faster. Dave, how's this experience been for you?
Dude, I'm just glad that this is all finally out. Like, I've been holding this a secret for like 3 months, so I'm glad to finally talk about it. But it's super fun, and I'm with 2 of my best friends, so I can't ask for much more.
Oh, and Mike, I was going to ask you guys, I mean, you all know each other from building cars in Atlanta. How surreal is it for you to suddenly be up here on the stage and now be a part of that Roadkill family with a show coming out on the MotorTrend app?
I think it's pretty cool. Like, it's a dream come true, to be honest. These are my best friends. So we get paid to build cars. I'm good with that. What you doing?
Dave helping him out with the whole TV tech there. But that really is the culmination of a dream, man, to do something that you'd be doing for free, and now you're making a TV show about it, going to be on the MotorTrend app. You're going to be, just as big as Finnegan 1 year from now here at SEMA. People are going to be stopping you saying, hey, Mikey, give me your autograph. Let's get a picture.
I doubt that, but
Nah, I don't see that happening.
They already do. They've seen him breakdance before on the internet, so dude's got moves.
So you've actually also run into an old Roadkill car on one of your head-to-heads, right?
Yeah, so the producers love to throw us curveballs. So in one episode, I've told you I don't know where I'm going or who I'm racing. So I get there, and Cletus McFarland is waiting for me. And what he doesn't know is he's about to drive the Jaguar, which is an awesome Roadkill
Everyone
car.
familiar with that Roadkill vehicle, the Jaguar?
Yeah, the Jaguar is a 1974 Jaguar XJ12 that Freiberger and I swapped a blown small block into it in the parking lot. I don't know where we were, Speed Shop in Sacramento. And over the years, we've drag raced it, had a bunch of fun with it, road tripped it, and it's a legit 12-second car. So I show up to this drag strip, and I have an 86 T-Bird. It's stock. It doesn't go the speed limit. Like, it sucks. And so not only do I have the fun of my buddy Cletus is waiting there, but he didn't know he was driving the Jaguar, and now he has to jump in the sketchiest Jaguar you've ever seen and go down a drag strip and race me. And again, I lose, and then we go back home, throw the toolbox at the T-Bird, come back, and the race was actually really good the second time.
And so within the show, the first time you're going around the track, Dave and Mikey, you guys, your wheels are turning. You're already thinking, how are we going to change this car to make it faster?
As soon as I get there, when I first see the car, I'm already got ideas in my head. Before it even runs, I'm already thinking of something. So,
Yeah, it's true. Like, we sit there and we'll stare and, hey, we could do that and do that immediately, and then we argue, and then we tell him, and then he argues with us.
Yeah, they tell me, drive better and get it over with faster so we can go home and work on it, because we're not very competitive to start out, but at the end, dude, the cars rip. They're fun.
Because the clock starts ticking immediately. You've only got 2 days, so it's not like you can do anything, physical to the car. It's mostly mechanical, the changes you're making, right?
Yeah, it's all in the name of going faster. So not a lot of cosmetic work, although some of the things we've done have radically altered the appearances of the cars. I mean, the best thing you can ever do to any car is change the wheels and tires. So that almost always happens. And then we've done some fun stuff, like a roots blower through the hood of a T-Bird with a 4-inch spacer under it to make it even taller, just to clear the distributor, obviously. It's not just for looks, but it worked, and it looks cool.
Well, it sounds like a blast, man. Faster with Finnegan is hitting the MotorTrend app early in 2020. And then, of course, you're going to be continuing with Roadkill, which everyone is happy about. Tommy, we got some questions from the audience.
I've got Ray from the great state of Alabama.
All right, Mike, what's your biggest just missed purchase on a car? Like you were a day late, dollar short.
Ooh, God, there was a Cadillac I wanted really bad once. It was in Georgia, and it was one of those deals where I've got Google notifications going on for cars that I shouldn't own, but I watch them anyway, and it popped up when I was...
Ramp trucks.
Ramp trucks, yeah, I have a problem with ramp trucks, but this Cadillac popped up, and I was on the other side of the country, couldn't get a hold of this dude, and it was like one of those deal of a lifetime things. It probably wasn't even legit, but I wanted it, I missed it, it was gone.
Good question. Thanks, man. Tommy, you got one more?
We've got one more from John in Arlington, Virginia.
Hi, thanks, guys. This is for Mike. The 1950 GMC from Roadkill, two-part question. Is it still around? Can you ship it to Arlington, Virginia?
It is still around. In fact, the father-in-law of that dude right there, Dustin Gould, who works on Roadkill in the new show, he actually bought it after the shoot, Pigpens in Arizona, and I'm pretty sure he's working on it, right? So it's still around, and you can't have it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, the answer is no. And my question is, chicken or the egg, which came first? When a ramp truck breaks down,
We just buy a new
what do
one.
you do? You just leave it there. You don't put the ramp truck on a ramp truck.
We
and
just
drive
found
it out
another
of
one.
there. All right, Mike, Dave, Mike, can't wait to see the new spin-off show, and of course, more episodes of Roadkill, especially the 100th anniversary. Little round of applause for the guys from Faster with Finnegan. Thanks, boys. And stick around, we got much, much more coming from the MotorTrend stage.
Thanks, everybody.